You know, I tried to film this video before and I was hungry and it wasn't really working, so we're gonna try it again. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasmin and I'm passionate about skincare, beauty, lifestyle and wellness. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, please be sure to subscribe. So this video is going to be my July 2020 empties. So that's products I've used over the last few months and finished during July. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first up on the list, we have the Body Shop Tea Tree Skin Clearing and Mattifying Toner. So I bought this particular product in February/March. I went to one of the Body Shop stores and physically had a look at the whole tea tree oil range. The reason why I was so hyped and stoked to go and find this product in particular is, as I've mentioned before, I really enjoy James Welsh's videos, and he talked a lot about how he'd used tea tree oil products from the Body Shop during times where he had problematic skin. Myself, I use tea tree oil in the concentrated form as a spot treatment anytime I have a little breakout or I have a spot or something, because I find it just gets rid of them. Not immediately, because nothing works like that, let's be honest, but it definitely reduces the irritation, inflammation, and reduces the spot in general really quickly, a lot quicker than if I just let it to fester on my face, which is never going to happen, let's be honest. But because the concentration is so high, it can be a bit harsh on the skin, so I was really interested to see if the benefits of tea tree oil were still as potent in a more diluted form, in the form of a toner. So that's why I wanted to try this one in particular, and I'm a huge fan of the Body Shop products. I've grown up with them, I know them, I know the brand's morals and ethics, so I was like, yes, let's do this. When I did buy the toner itself, I was a little surprised to see alcohol so high up on the list. It's actually the second ingredient, which means it's in high concentration in this product. Now myself, I usually steer away from products that contain alcohol, as it can be very drying for the skin, and dried skin looks old, it's aged, it's dull, it's boring, it's meh. So I was a bit skeptical on how effective this particular toner would be, but I must say I was pleasantly surprised. It was really gentle. You know, sometimes when you apply products with alcohol, they sting. None of that. It was really gentle and soothing, and I enjoyed applying it before I go for my serums, moisturizers, SPF and all that good stuff. So I'd use this toner on days where I wasn't going to use any active toners or serums. When I say active, really for me it's just acid based, and I would pair the tea tree oil toner with the likes of a niacinamide or hyaluronic acid serum, and my skin just felt very hydrated and free of irritation, and any breakouts will be soothed. So you know, that's all I wanted. I'm not asking for much, so I really did enjoy this toner. Very important question: would I buy this again? Absolutely. I really enjoyed how gentle this was, how soothing it was for irritation and for spots. I particularly found that it reduced the life cycle of spots. Obviously it didn't make them just disappear, because nothing just disappears, but it helped reduce the inflammation and the duration of spots that would usually be on my face for about a week. They calmed down and dissipated within 3 days. So for me, that's fantastic. I was super happy with this. If you want to purchase this toner in particular, there will be a link in the description box down below to the Body Shop website where you can purchase this item. So cool, vlog me. Okay. The next item on the list is the Olay 7-in-1 Anti-Aging Moisturizer. I bought this one in the SPF 30 and the oily combination version. So I started using this particular moisturizer back in 2017, when I started to understand the importance of having SPF in your skin routine on a daily basis. It's very important. I think I've mentioned this more than once on my channel now, so people, yeah. So I think this was when I was very naive still, and I thought that to just use a moisturiser with SPF in was going to be sufficient. So don't judge me, I know better now. And if you are still doing that, then yes. So basically, I was initially really pleased with this particular moisturiser because it didn't leave too much of a cast, which is kind of, for us melanated folk, it's kind of a concern when applying SPFs and moisturisers with SPFs that they leave this sort of like white cast, and it's not cute, honey, it's not cute. This moisturiser I found, it left a little cast, but it would kind of settle into the skin after about 5-10 minutes, and I was good to go. So I was really happy with that one. I found it was very moisturising, which I prefer definitely in the harsher, colder months of the year, like winter, autumn into winter. But I found in the summer, when you're a bit hot and you're a bit sweatier, it felt very commodogenic. I think that's how you say this word. I know what it means, but I just don't know how to say it. Which means that basically it felt like my pores were getting quite clogged. They felt a bit like more open and visible when I'd wear this for like from what, 9 to 5, or days where I was commuting a lot and getting on the underground a lot. Like it felt like it was kind of clogging and felt quite heavy on my skin. So that's something to bear in mind. Also, one thing I didn't like about this, I said one, like I've not said 3 already. Another thing that I wasn't too impressed about with this moisturiser is when you exercise and when you do sweat with this, and I actually remember this vividly because I used to do this HIIT boxing class, and you sweat buckets, and honey, when I tell you you're working, you are working. So this moisturiser, when you sweat with this on, it makes like a milky white film, and I remember like people would kind of just be looking at me like,
is this girl okay? Like, why is she looking like that?
And honey, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what's in this moisturiser that makes this happen, but I think it's probably something to do with the SPF element. So wasn't too impressed with that one, I'll be honest. I also didn't find that this worked very well with my makeup. Now I know when it comes to makeup and skincare, there are complementary and uncomplimentary ingredients. Now that could have been the case with this particular moisturiser, but I just didn't like how it applied with any of my makeup products, like foundations, because I have a few different foundations. I just thought it felt very heavy, bogging down my skin, and I wasn't all too pleased. So the important question, so this is my 3rd bottle of this particular moisturiser. Shortly after I purchased this particular bottle, I found an SPF that I really loved, and I'm going to do a separate video on that. And so I decided, you know, this is going to be the last one, this is it, then we're going to part our ways. But because I don't like to waste things, I said to myself, finish this and then we're done, we're through, we're over. Do you kind of see what I mean? We need to part ways because I can do better. Number 3 on my list is the number 7 Resurfacing Skin Paste. So this is basically a glycolic acid PHA peel. It's not a peel off, but it's a peel. So I discovered this after I went to Boots Piccadilly Circus, and I spent 2.5 hours talking with this really lovely sales assistant. Her name is Samaya. And we talked about skincare, beauty. She gave me like dupes, like we were recommending things to each other. She was so helpful. So if you're ever in that Boots, go see Samaya, she's really good. So I was having a discussion with Samaya about how in the past I had used high concentration glycolic acid peels and was never able to find anything higher than 5 to 7 at a push % concentration on the high street. And she recommended this number 7 skin paste to me. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think I could even say I prefer it to the ordinary AHA BHA peeling solution. It's 10.5% glycolic acid concentration. It's got really nice, like thick honey texture and consistency. You just pop it on the skin, leave it for up to 15 minutes and remove with a muslin cloth, which is very handily supplied within the box. It's really good for dark marks, hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, reducing texture. And I've personally found that it created like a sort of like airbrushed, really soft effect on the skin. I just looked wonderful. So I used this about 2 to 3 times a week, and I started to notice results after let's say about 2 weeks, I was like, oh wow, like this stuff is the real McCoy. So I really liked it. Would I buy this again? It's a no-brainer, honey, absolutely. This is stunning, beautiful, amazing. And I know in my previous video I said you should take brands' claims and promises about their products with a pinch of salt, but with this particular skin paste, you can believe in this. Like, I think it says, in 1 week, visibly refines uneven texture, tone, and enlarged pores. And I would definitely agree that it does that. I mean, I don't know if I would say 1 week, because I think that's a bit unrealistic, but it definitely does the intended effects very well, and within a very short amount of time, which I think is 2 weeks is reasonable. I think a lot of the time when we buy products, we expect them to work like that. And unfortunately, in real life, in the real world, things don't work like that. They will take up to 4 weeks. When you are trying a new product, it's recommended that you wait 4 weeks to see any meaningful, like, or visible results. So for me to see such a brightening, resurfacing effect in about 2 weeks, I was absolutely blown away. And it's not a break the bank product, so I definitely recommend this, and I will be buying it again. Okay, so last on my list is the Body Shop Aloe Calming Foaming Wash. I bought this during lockdown. I think it's about a week into lockdown. The shops are kind of closed, and I realised,
oh my gosh, I only have one cleanser.
That's not really an oh my gosh moment for a lot of people, but it is for me. I'm quite extra, I don't know if you noticed. I like to have 2 facial washes / cleansers. One for when I'm wearing makeup, SPF, or when I'm out a lot or working out, so I can deeply cleanse and get rid of all impurities. And then I like a second one to use in the mornings for days when I'm not going out, that is a bit gentler and doesn't completely strip my skin of all oils. I think there's something to be said, something very important to be said about finding a cleanser that is not overly stripping for those of us with oily skin, because when you remove all the oils from your skin kind of freaks out and says, oh my gosh, we're dry, let's make more oils. And that becomes counterintuitive because your skin becomes even oilier. I just wanted a gentle cleanser. All the shops were shut, so I literally went onto Amazon, gentle cleanser, and this came up. And it's formulated for sensitive skin, so I thought, oh, this is going to be absolutely gentle, this is fine. In retrospect, I was too eager to put into my basket and didn't do enough research or even like reading, basic comprehension, and I kind of overlooked that this particular wash was foaming. Now the problem with this, it's not really a problem, it's my personal problem, it's a me problem. With cleansers that are foaming, have a mousse-like texture or lather, they often are very drying on the skin and contain ingredients that can make your skin dry, which is precisely what I found with this this wash in particular, which was so sad. My skin just felt very dry, so I had to kind of go, not OTT, but I had to put more effort into the kind of serums, moisturizer that I would use after, and kind of have to opt for a slightly heavier moisturizer after, or a cream, as opposed to water-based product that I would go with usually. I hope this is making sense. Will I buy this again? Would I buy this again? No. I think obviously there's nothing against the product itself, but I wasn't really overly impressed, and disappointing, because I really do love the Body Shop. I would definitely want to make that mistake again of buying something without kind of doing research and looking into it. I think I was kind of lured in by the fact that it said aloe, because I associate aloe vera and aloe with hydration, which is kind of very ironic because actually this kind of took the hydration from my skin. Disappointing. Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay. So I won't be buying this again out of choice. No, thank you. So that's it for this video, guys. So thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment with one of your July empties down below, and let me know if you tried any of the products listed in this video. If anybody knows of any cruelty-free, vegan, ethical brands, please let me know, because I'd be super interested to try them. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao!